Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Sasha. I have some weird stuff going on with my hair right now. We are trying some heatless curls from TikTok. We will see how that pans out. Today we are going to be doing a wear test on the L'Oreal Pro Matte Foundation. I have never used this before. I did recently do a video and a wear test on the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear. I will link that video in the card if you want to watch that video as well. So I bought this for $10.47 off Amazon. I got the color 099 True Porcelain. I'm worried that it might be a little too yellow for me. We'll have to make it work. It's advertised as a demi matte finish, up to 24-hour wear, medium coverage. It's advertised as an oil-free foundation instead of non-comedogenic, so that's interesting to me. Waterproof, transfer resistant, sweat resistant. I have acne prone and oily skin, so we're gonna be putting this foundation to the test for sure today. I did just recently make a video on a skin update and everything going on with my skin at the moment, so if you're interested in that, I will link that video. Anyway, I have problematic skin, and we're gonna do a wear test. I'll probably wear it for at least 10 hours. I'm gonna open it up. Comes with a little seal on here, and it's a squeezy tube. I am going to put the cap back on and kind of push it around a little just to kind of get it going maybe. I have already moisturized and primed. I'm gonna apply with a damp beauty blender. Let's pour some out. I am going to be wearing a mask for a little bit today. I'm gonna go to the mall. I need to get a gift for my friend, and I'm gonna stop at Ulta, pick up a couple makeup items when the stimmy hits. You know what I'm saying? First impression of a first layer. It has higher coverage than the L'Oreal Infallible. I'm not gonna count this as a first true layer because I kind of worked it in and then spread it. So I'm gonna work some more in on this side and then spread it that way. Okay, so I would say this is a true first layer. What did I say it was? Medium coverage. And as you can see, I still have some of my redness peeking through. So I would say this is a pretty true medium coverage. The L'Oreal Infallible is also advertised as a medium coverage. This has better coverage though. The Pro Matte does not have SPF in it, and the Infallible does have SPF in it. Okay, so far so good. I like the coverage. It's definitely a matte formula. I'm not looking very like glowy at all. I think what we're gonna do is add another light layer just to get some more coverage, and we will see how it builds. It smells very similar to the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I also have a wear test on this. I will link that in the cards as well. A very similar smell, except not nearly as strong. I don't know. Oil-free is a good sign because oils can clog pores if you have acne-prone skin, but I always look for products that say non-comedogenic. I'm looking at the ingredients here. I'm not an ingredient master by any means. I'm not seeing fragrance in the ingredients. Here is what we're looking after a healthy, I would say like 1.5 layers. Ignore my mustache, I should have shaved that. My first impressions initially, coverage was pretty good. I'm pleased with the coverage, and in reference to the L'Oreal Infallible, way more matte than that. This color isn't terrible. I think it is a tad yellow for me. I am going to powder it down with the Coty Airspun. Because it's such a matte formula, I'm not feeling the need to use a lot of powder right now. When foundations have more of a luminous, dewy finish, I will end up powdering it down quite a bit because I know that as the day goes on, my oils will start to come through. So I like to start my day off pretty matte, not feeling the need to use as much powder as I normally would, which is great because it's supposed to be a fat foundation. It's supposed to be a matte foundation. I'm gonna set it down just a tad further. I like to always do at least a light dusting of powder foundation over my liquid foundation. I'm gonna go in with a light dusting of my Mineral Fusion in Warm 1. And then I always like to end with a bit more Coty Airspun. Okay, so our initial base is done. Here's how we look. So far, so good. Even if you have oily skin, you're gonna want to moisturize very well before you use this foundation. If you have some drier spots, I could see it kind of clinging to those dry spots. I am going to go off, do my bronzer, contour, blush, brows, eyes, and I will see you when I'm all done. Okay, so I am done with my makeup for the day. We're not doing setting spray. Whenever I try a foundation for the first time, I like to use it without setting spray so that I can see how it performs basically without any help. As far as application of my other products, it was pretty smooth sailing. I did realize I forgot to put concealer on today, but I don't wear concealer every day anyways. Here's how we look with the full face. We all know that the true test for foundation is the test of time. So no complaints as far as application or anything like that. I'm gonna go on with my life and I will check back in later and we'll see how the foundation is holding up. All right, I'm back. It's been a little over 6 hours that I've been wearing the L'Oreal Pro Matte. Oils are starting to come through for sure. I'd say the foundation is holding up nicely though. Yes, I'm a little shiny. The foundation is not breaking up anywhere. I did wear a mask for a bit, and when I took it off, I had basically zero transfer. I did remain pretty matte for the first 4 hours, I'd say. Then I started to get a little bit oily. I am getting shiny right here, but I think it looks a little shinier than it really is on my cheeks because of the highlight I put on today. You know, it's been a little over 6 hours and I would be fine not blotting. I would be totally fine just continuing to wear like this. I will see you again after the 10-hour mark. Okay, I'm back. We have reached the 10-hour mark. I was just watching Cody Co videos for like an hour and a half straight and I was crying laughing. I haven't watched Cody Co in a while, so I had a few videos to like catch up on. So my oils have definitely come through after 10 hours, not surprising one bit. Also my mascara is like crumbling off. I'm trying to think if it wore better than the L'Oreal Infallible. I think the initial application was definitely a matte finish where the L'Oreal Infallible isn't like a super matte finish, it's a little bit more of a natural finish. But when it comes to wearing it for several hours, I'm not sure if there's much of a difference. I do think the Pro Matte had a little bit better coverage. They both build coverage pretty nicely. This Pro Matte foundation reminds me a lot of my Wet n Wild Photo Focus, which is cheaper, not only because of the scent, but the finish, the coverage, the wear. If you read the reviews online, a lot of people say this Wet n Wild one breaks them out. If you like the Wet n Wild, but it broke you out and you're looking for a similar finish formula, I would say this is pretty similar. It might be a hair more matte for initial application. This is definitely a foundation I would use again. Yes, I'm shiny right now, but the makeup held up. You know, sometimes you wear foundation and after 10 hours your oils come through and your oils just really break it up and it just looks terrible. I'm not getting that right now. Yes, I'm oily, but the foundation itself stood its ground. I'm trying to think if I were to wear makeup for a very long day. I don't know if I would choose the L'Oreal Infallible or if I would choose the Pro Matte. I think it's a good foundation for the price. It just kind of depends what you're looking for. Are you looking for a more matte finish? Are you looking for a more natural finish? If you're looking for a dewy finish, this is definitely not your girl. If you're looking for a more natural finish, you would probably like the L'Oreal Infallible a little better. When it comes to repurchasing, even though I have oily skin, I would probably opt to repurchase the L'Oreal Infallible. Granted, I've only used the Pro Matte today. Yeah, those are my final thoughts. If you would be interested in me doing a video where one side of my face is Pro Matte and the other side is fresh wear, let me know. We could do a little battle of the L'Oreals. Well, I guess that was all I have for you guys. Make sure to subscribe to my channel to see more videos geared towards acne prone and oily skin, specifically testing foundations. I'm kind of obsessed with foundations and trying to find the best ones and see how others compare to each other. Make sure you ring the bell so you get a notification every time I post a video. Thanks for watching. I will see you in my next video. Peace out. Bye.